What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and the other day I was messing around on Microsoft's website, and I saw that you could actually see all the games that you've played and when's the last time you played them. So I thought it'd be cool to run through here and actually look at the games that I played in 2011 to try to stoke my memory or something, because I've forgotten a lot of these. But anyway, I was going to talk about, my favorite games of 2011, my least favorite, whatever. These, again, are just my games that I played. I'm not saying they're the best games of the year, and there's a lot of big titles on here you won't see. That's just me. I'm just an average player. I don't play every single thing out there. First game I played of 2011, Peggle. Hardcore, huh? Yeah, but I really like Peggle. It's relaxing, whatever. Breach, I thought it was a really good indie game for the arcade. Of course, not a AAA title. It had a lot of problems, but the convoy mode I absolutely loved. I thought that was a brilliant idea. I don't know if they came up with that originally or if it was taken elsewhere. Trials HD, really good game. I absolutely love Trials. About caused myself to have an aneurysm, though, because I'd sit there and torture myself trying to get through the courses without screwing up. And some of these games you're going to see are older, End War, but these are just games I played in 2011. I'm not saying they came out this year. End War, first game that got me started on YouTube. I think I was doing like a trip down memory lane right here one night. NBA Jam, that was one of those games where you went out and you thought, this is going to be awesome. I love this game whenever I was little, and then you pick it up and it's like, this ain't what I remember. Portal 2, I didn't really play. That was my wife playing. Duke Nukem Forever, one of the worst games that I played this year. Red River, that was a lot better than the last Operation Flashpoint, but sadly it released around the same time as a lot of other big titles, and it got mashed up, didn't get a whole lot of spotlight coverage, and so it kind of just got washed away. But it was definitely a lot better game than the original Operation Flashpoint, or at least the previous one, not the original. Left 4 Dead 2, you know what? I have not played Left 4 Dead 2. I may actually start playing that whenever I talk about kind of dark, weird stuff at night that I told you about the other night that I'm going to try to start doing here pretty soon. L.A. Noire, a huge hit for me this year as far as tutorials and walkthroughs goes. Got a lot of subscribers. A lot of people found me due to these videos, so I was really happy about this game. I'm pretty grateful for this game, honestly. But great game. The storyline, the characters, everything was just superb. So really big hit. Rockstar, they always deliver. From Dust, great arcade title, one of the best games I played of 2011, one of the biggest surprises. I actually been watching this game for a long time, and I won't go too far into detail with it, but awesome game. One of the best games I've played of 2011. Halo Reach, Halo's Halo. I really like designing the maps and doing stuff like that in Halo. I can't really hold my own very good, honestly, in multiplayer. But, occasionally I play it. I enjoy it sometimes, especially if the right people are on playing. Deus Ex Human Revolution, I didn't really play yet. Driver, decent multiplayer. I enjoy the demo. Crash Course, Bad Company. Occasionally I like to pop in the old classics and play them just to remember, where we came from and where we are now. And some of them are really cool to go back and play on and see just how different it is. And there's so many tweaks, from each little title, and it all adds up. And before you know it, you're playing a new game, but they kind of lead you in where it's not so just, I'm playing a brand new spanking game, Medal of Honor was not pleased with at all. That was one of the biggest disappointments for me this year. I really didn't like Medal of Honor at all. The storyline was one of the easiest ones I ever ran through. I ran through it on the hardest difficulty, and it was just too easy, honestly. And I usually don't say that about a whole lot of games, but the multiplayer just terrible. And I was really afraid Battlefield 3 was going to turn out a lot like Medal of Honor, but I'll get to Battlefield 3 later. 1943, again, a really good game. I actually enjoyed it. Wish they would have came out with more maps. That would have been very helpful. Black Ops, I enjoy a game of Black Ops every once in a while, not too often. You guys have heard my Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops Spill. You see that I was playing Black Ops right before Modern Warfare 3. And then Forza 4, that was a really good game. We had a lot of crew members up on Battle Strats with that, and making some awesome cars. If you're into racing, a lot of good stuff in Forza 4. They also brought in some nice fun modes. Netflix, one of my favorite things. Homefront, I guess Homefront was probably the biggest disappointment of 2011. I know that's harsh. Nobody likes to be the biggest disappointment, but it honestly was. I was so hyped up for this game, and that's the danger of hype. But I really loved Frontline, so I had trust in these guys that they were actually going to listen to the community. And I'm not going to go into the whole spiel, but just a lot of things, unnecessary things, went wrong with Homefront that shouldn't have if they would have just listened to a few people who really know what's going on out there. But Homefront multiplayer, I'm looking forward to Homefront 2. I'll still tell you that. I still think that the whole idea, the scheme of being locked up as a prisoner, of your own country, the storytelling, all that stuff, it's there. It's just you got to get the right mechanics there. You got to get the right look to it. Not being able to go first person in vehicles, it's little stuff like that. It's really, really bugs me about Homefront. And again, these are just my personal opinions. They mean absolutely nothing. UFC, I don't know what that is. And then Battlefield 3. I love Battlefield. You see it. I play it all the freaking time. And that's what most people are here for, is Battlefield 3. So that's one of my top games of 2011, definitely. You've heard me talk about Battlefield 3 so much. Who wants to hear me talk about it anymore? But anyway, that is my list of 2011. What was your favorite game of 2011? What was your least favorite game of 2011? Look at there. I got my From Dust picture. I don't go change my clothes very often on my avatar. It's probably pretty stinky.